Hi there, grief growers. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I'm taking a break from full-length podcasting at the moment and gearing up for Season 4 of Coming Back, which premieres on September 5th, 2018. But in the meantime, I wanted to bring you some never-before-heard clips from Season 3 interviews. These are snippets from my conversations with guests on the show that didn't make the final cut, but contain some wisdom, comfort, or laughter that I wanted to share with you. Today, I'm sharing an all-too-relatable moment from my interview with Kim Skarritt, who founded and runs Silver Muzzle Cottage, a hospice center and shelter for sick, disabled, and elderly dogs. In our long-form interview in episode 46 of Coming Back, we talked about the reality of compassion fatigue, and this is getting burned out, especially in the healthcare, nonprofit, or death care industries. In today's clip that I'm sharing with you, I'm releasing Kim's response to the question, what would you do with a day off? Let's check it out. So can I ask you this question again, what you would do with a day off?
I would probably do nothing, literally do nothing. I dream of having a day where, and I should probably preface that with, I would do nothing and not feel bad about it.
Good answer, because so many people do nothing and then they feel really shitty about it the next day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I sit and I think about I should be doing this, I should be doing that. And then, heaven forbid, I should just go into the kitchen and get something to drink, and then I stop and I, return 3 phone calls. Well, that's not a day off. Mm-hmm. So I have to, just because I'm bad like that, I literally have to go away for the day. I can't even be here, or I will allow myself to step back into work. That's just my little workaholic self doing that. But I think I would like to, I want to go get a manicure or pedicure or facial and pamper myself, and maybe just go out on my stand-up paddleboard and go out on the lake and tool around and I think for me it's all about no demands on my time. Mm-hmm. That would be a day off for me, is no demands on my time. Nobody wants me. I don't have, got to be back by 5. It's just, get away.
When we're dealing with grief on the daily, it's important to let ourselves take time off, time that we don't feel bad about. And I just love that reflected back in Kim's language. Kim, if you are listening to this episode, I hope you've gotten a day off since our interview. I like that visual of you going paddleboarding without having to be back somewhere by 5 p.m. And that's something that I wish for you, for all of you, grief growers as well. I hope you enjoyed this In the Meantime episode of Coming Back. Stay tuned for more of these interview tidbits in the weeks between now and the Season 4 launch in September. If you'd like to listen to my full conversation with Kim Skarritt, go back and listen to episode 46 of Coming Back, called Blessing and Releasing Senior Dogs. If Coming Back has changed how you see grief, loss, or death, please consider supporting this podcast on Patreon. Now is an incredible time to support the show because between now and August 31st, I am hosting a giveaway. Anyone who is already a patron on Patreon or pledges to become one before the last day of August 31st, is automatically entered to win 2 books that were featured on Season 3 of Coming Back. The first book is Grief Works by Julia Samuel, who was on episode 42 of Coming Back, and the second book is You Are Not Alone by Debbie Augenthaler. In addition to these 2 books you'll win, I'll also send along a set of Coming Back podcast stickers and a handwritten thank you note expressing my gratitude and love for your support of the show. You can find a link to my Patreon page where you can pledge and enter to win for as little as $1 per month in the show notes. Also in the show notes this week are some wonderful ways you can stay in touch between now and Season 4. First, you can join me live on Monday, August 27th at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. This is my monthly chat room style Ask Me Anything space to answer your questions on grief and loss and to provide a little bit of exclusive time for the biggest supporters of the show. Second, you can also join me in March of 2019 along with 7 other grief growers for the Bereavement Cruise. So many of you have signed up and registered already, but if any of you are still on the fence about joining us, click the link in the show notes to fill out an interest form about coming on board. I would absolutely love to set sail with you and meet you in person. You can find links to all of my upcoming events in the show notes or by visiting my website, www.shelbyforsythia.com. You can also check out episode 52 of Coming Back if you'd like to listen to me talk about the details of the Patreon giveaway and all the places I'll be between now and season 4 of Coming Back. That's all I've got for you for this episode of Coming Back. In the meantime, I cannot wait to return to you with full-length episodes in September. While I'm away from the mic, you can find updates on me, this podcast, and my small adventures on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and some extra behind-the-scenes stuff on Patreon. If you'd like to leave a question, comment, or guest suggestion for a future episode, leave a voicemail or text 312-725-3043 or email me at shelby@shelbyforsythia.com, subject line podcast. As always, my dear grief growers, it was beautiful sharing this space and time with you today. I see you, I am proud of you and the work that you're doing in the world, and I love you. Because even through grief, we are growing.